everybody, this is Pamela here at Lady Pug Kisses Stamp Studio. So I'm coming to you with another video today. Today I'm just going to showcase a couple stamp sets. One is a super simple, just one cling stamp. It's just a big one. I've actually already put it on my stamp apparatus. And it's just candy canes. I think it's super cute. It makes some of the most adorable yet simple cards. So I thought, oh wow, I'm gonna showcase it. And I actually thought I had my other set out already, but I guess I need to find it. There it is. And the other one I am gonna do is For Unto Us. I love Christmas, but I think a lot of the times we get lost in the shopping and the family and the trees and this and that, and we forget the reason for the season. And this particular stamp set is perfect for that. It reminds us why we celebrate Christmas. So, so that's why I got these two together. And if you didn't know, there's a candy cane poem. I forget it. I learned it when I was a little girl, which explains the candy cane. So you can look it up. You can Google it. But so we're gonna just start, and I'm gonna actually tell you and show you several ways that I did this, what I did with this stamp, so you guys can take and realize that your options are not limited. So it makes a beautiful background stamp, you know, and so, but what I'm going to do here is, now I pre-stamped this on the paper underneath. That way I know where to place this, and I know that it will be in the center there. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna get my Versamark because I think we're gonna do some blending today. I love blending, I really do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get this over here so you can see what I'm doing. I am, first of all, I'm gonna get the little debris out of my stamp. I know it's not gonna make a difference, but yeah, my OCD gets the better of me all the time. So, and I'm just gonna ink it up really, really good. So, and I love my stamp apparatus positioning tool. If you have not got a positioning tool, this is amazing. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my little stamping pad over there, and I am going to just continue to ink this up really well. This is just, like I said, Versamark, and we're just gonna do something really cool. So there we go. I've got it all inked up. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm gonna try and make sure that it gets very well on the paper. So I'm just moving around and pressing every inch of it. So it'll make a good mark. And we're gonna just put this over here for now, and we're gonna grab our clear, I don't know where I bought this, but it's clear embossing powder, and it's extra thick. I didn't like it extra thick because it didn't quite work. So I put it in my coffee grinder. Oh yeah, I did that. And I just kind of like shamoozed it around in there and made sure it got extra. And now I know that this whole page is covered, so I'm just going to just cover it. There we go. And then I'm just gonna tap it off. There we go. I'm gonna use these really cool, I'm going to come down here because I do know that I made this larger than I needed it on purpose. Now this is going to be loud, hopefully not too loud, but I'll just take a second. Get this out of the way. It's good to go on the back because it keeps that you can prevent the paper from twirling, I guess you call it. And it also helps get that embossing powder to stick to the paper better. So alrighty, so we're done. You see how pretty that looks? So I'm gonna just move that. Now, I felt some embossing powder on my workstation, so I'm just gonna take a little brush here real quick and get some of that up. So I am going to bring some color in here. So I think I'm gonna go with Real Red today. And get a blending brush here. I'm gonna take this Real Red and I'm gonna blend it out. It's gonna be so pretty. Now, I didn't take and do anything with my fingers, which I probably should have. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my embossing powder and I'm going to take and put it on my fingers to help with that transferring of oils. We all have oils on our fingers, right? So, oops. But I did the paper bigger, so I don't have to worry about that. There we are. Now I want to come back in here and I want to make it look a little ombre-ish. So I'll show you how I'm gonna get that effect in just a few seconds. But I do want to get the edges darker. I didn't want the middle to be too dark. I wanted it to be like almost a halo effect. But you can do it whichever way you want. There we go. And blending is actually super easy. I love blending. So sometimes if you huff on your glass, you can actually pick up some of this ink and put it back on here. That's one of the good things about that. So there we go. So I'm going to show you how to help get these candy canes to pop, because right now it doesn't look too impressive. At least I don't think it looks that impressive, but it is. So I'm actually going to clean off my brush. I think I'm gonna actually invest in some more brushes. So, but I just take and get a rag and I just get as much off as I possibly can until I don't no longer see the color that I'm working with. You see how it's getting lighter, but it's still there. But I think I'm gonna get some more brushes, one for each color zone, like for reds and blues and yellows and greens. Yeah, that way it just turns out better. But this is the part that takes the longest. Yes, I go through a lot of these rags, as you can tell. So I just keep moving it around. There we are. I mean, I could just use this brush for what I want to do. It's just a second, so it seems like it's taking forever, but I did use a lot of red, so we're gonna do a quick cleanup because I don't want to transfer anything. This is just like window cleaner. It's nothing fancy. Alrighty, so then I'm going to come back in with my Memento Black Ink and just kind of make it a little bit darker on the edges. Where I had it darker with the red, I want it to just have a little bit of like, a little more of a halo. Here we go. There we are. Yep, I think I'm satisfied. Sometimes less is more in our little craft room, right? There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same rag and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to lift up the ink that's on the embossing powder itself. See how it's making those candy canes just really stand out? It's just a simple step that really helps with this technique. So look how pretty those candy canes look now. Aren't they simply pretty? So what I did was, let's see here. I've got a piece of, wait, here's one. Piece of real red. And I'm gonna get my slicer dicer. And I need my cutting piece. Oh no, I need my scoring first because we're gonna score this in half. Make sure it's 5.5. No, it's longer than 5.5. So I'll cut that down to 5.5. And then we're gonna come over here to 4.25 and go and score it. There, we've got that done. Now we're gonna cut this one down to 5.25. Actually, because I want some of that dark, I think I'm gonna take 1/4 of an inch off this side because I think I had it almost. So let's see here, 5.25. So let's see here, 5.25 on this side. So we're gonna get, wait, yeah, right there. That's better. I was never really good at math. But let's see, now we can go to 5.5. 5.25. And then for this one, we're gonna do it, because we want it to be 4 inches. So we're gonna take smidge off this side, and then a smidge off this side to make it exactly 4. There we go. Yeah. Get those out of our way. There we are. Now, oh, I need my bone folder. My bone folder. Now, I think I've got some red ribbon. I've got lots of red ribbon. I'm looking at it now. Let me see here. I think I'm going to go with this red and gold ribbon here. I think I want my candy canes to go this way, long ways, so I don't know where I got this ribbon, don't ask me. It's been a while. I've had it in my studio for quite some time. So then we're gonna get our glue or tape or whatever you wanna use. And we're gonna sticky it up, and then I want to, and I like to attach it just like so. I think something hit my window. No, I want this one to be tighter. There we go. I mean, this is so simple, such a simple card, but it's so pretty. I mean, this background stamp, I mean, I don't have very many background stamps, but background stamps actually, oh, you know what I've got? I feel it. I just have to find my eraser. When a little, I felt, I'm gonna just do this number. This is actually an adhesive eraser. I love it because if I use my adhesive like that, and I don't pay attention and it gets a little out, I can actually come back in there and get rid of it. So there. Placing an order with me, you'll get one of these for free. And so there we go. So now we want to work with our adorable little sayings here. So there is this one. I like this one. So we're going to get that one. It says, Christmas begins with Christ, which we all know it does, but we forget during our panic of the season, I guess you can call it. I'm trying to be super careful because I did not close my my embossing powder over here. So here we are. Then I'm going to go in there with the real red again. I'm going to stamp it right in the middle. I think I might find a little something to cut that out with so let's see, frames. I forget what this set is called, but it's one of my favorite. So I usually go to this one, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the right one for this in this set. So that's all right though. We've got, oops, sorry about that. I've got plenty more. So, those are squares. I don't know about a square. Let's see here. Although squaring it off might be okay, but I don't need a die for that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. I'm not sure if you can see that, so I'm gonna just, then I think I'm gonna layer it with red as well. Move that up. Same thing on this side. Something tells me that side's not quite straight. And I was right. I think I'm going to take a smidge map off this side too. There we go. All right, now we are going to get some red, if I can. I've got a bunch of like scrap paper over here next to me, so I just find the right one. There we go. Yeah. No measuring needed for that one, huh? You don't always have to measure everything, but sometimes it's good to measure. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take this again. You see how I did that again? I could fold that over since I'd noticed it, or I can use my adhesive eraser. But right here, I might have to use, no, oh, there we go, there we go. Now see, if you notice, you can actually roll it back, but if you don't notice, then the adhesive eraser comes in very handy. There we go. And I think I'm going to put that on a dimensional. To make it kind of stand out a little bit. And so there's a bunch of little pieces here, so I'm just going to use them up. So before I break into another one, there we go. Get the mess out of our way. I am so messy when I craft. Are you guys messy when you craft? I mean, maybe it's just me, but there we go. And here and here. I'm not going to put it on the ribbon because I don't think it sticks well to the ribbon. So I'm going to try and not put it on the ribbon. I mean, there's going to be a little, like right here is going to be on the ribbon, but that's okay. There we go. And this one didn't quite come off because sometimes they like, oh, and this one didn't. Oh, yeah, it did. Huh. All right. So I'm wondering if I should do a ribbon. I think I'm going to do a little bow here. So where's my red again? Here it is. And scissors. I just had scissors 2 minutes ago. Oh, there they are. It's like I thought I had them. There we go. And I call this my cheat knot. I don't know what it's called, but it's a simple knot that just makes saving on your ribbon and everything. So go. And it's almost done. I think I need some rhinestones on there. So I think I'm going to get my rhinestones, some red ones, in here somewhere. There they are. Stampin' Up! Has some right now that I have not purchased yet, but that's because I still have all these. I mean, I'm a firm believer in using what you have in your craft room, and so I will use these until they're gone. And hopefully at that point, Stampin' Up! Has some really cute ones that I can replace them with. So that's my thing. And I want to use these bigger ones. They're not too thick. They look like they are, but they're not that thick. But and I'm going to just strategically place them on here where I think I want them to go. There. And I think that's going to be pretty. And then I'm going to just get some glue. And I think this one's going to need a little bit more glue because they're bigger. So, but I sure hope that you guys consider a background stamp. Stampin' Up's got so many really pretty ones, but I hadn't invested into any. I've got some that are not Stampin' Up, but I might have to go back in there with glue dots. But let's see. See how simple and gorgeous that card is. And basically, if you've already got Christmas sentiments, you wouldn't even need that For Unto Us stamp set. Just this one would just be perfect. And then you've got all your Christmas cards, super simple, super easy. So I'm actually going to show off. Actually, let's clean up our mess first. That way we can focus on the pretties. So let's get these out of our way. There we are. Yes. All right. So now I'm going to show you some of the other cards that I made with it, and I'm going to tell you how I did them. Alrighty. So this one here is just stamped right onto the paper with the ink. So it's just in the Stamparatus, stamped directly onto the paper, and that's the effect that you get with that one. Here's one that I did the same technique here. I have not made it into a card, but I did it the same as that, and it just stands out. This one I took a white pigment ink, and then I stamped it straight onto the real red. I haven't made a card with that one yet either, but I'm going to. Isn't that pretty? And I figured I would put it on white paper to help bring that out, the white in that. Here's another one that I did the same technique, and here's another one. So you can do a ton of different styled cards. Here's one that I thought was super cute. So this one was a little bit different. Didn't want to get all technical with you, but what I did was I took just a white piece of paper. I made a mask. How I made the mask was I took an oval die, and then I cut it out, and then so then I put that there, and then I put the paper in this, the paper in the Stamparatus, and then I just did different colored inks on each side. Super simple, super easy, but you can have a ton of different cards with this. Nobody in your family or friends would get the same card because they were all made differently. So hope that you like that one. Like I said, it's just the candy cane, right? Candy canes, that's what it's called, is candy canes background stamp, cling stamp. I also wanted to show you this one. So for the rest of this month and the entire month of September, Stampin' Up! Is doing Celebration. Celebration is something that Stampin' Up's done for as long as I've been stamping. Haven't been with them that long. This is just a hobby, but they give away free stamp sets, and this is one that you can earn with a $100 order. And look at how, I don't know if you can see that, but look how detailed that stamp is. Isn't that gorgeous? Simply beautiful. So just something to think about that one. Let me show you the stamp set itself. Here we go. It's called Delicate Delilah. And look at how pretty. So you get 12 stamps and they're free. All you have to do is place a $100 order and you can get that stamp set for free. So here we go. All right, well, you guys have a wonderful afternoon and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.